Here we have the current stock market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So, as we can see here, we're starting to head into a very key event risk for this stock, and we're currently trading at somewhat elevated levels from the near term perspective. So, what we're going to be doing in this video is outlining some specific price zones, some important support and resistance levels, so that traders can hopefully identify some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So, as I said, this is a fairly important day for the stock itself. We are starting to see some rollover activity here in the relative strength index on the 1 hour price chart. Every candle on this price chart will represent a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, the relative strength index reading itself is starting to roll over out of overbought territory. In addition to that, the RSI is crossing below its own exponential moving average. So we have a few different signals here at once indicating the potential for some downward sloping activity here in the stock valuation itself. So if we take a closer look at the price chart here, we can see some interesting developments here as far as some stalling activity that's starting to occur. So specifically, what I'm saying, what I'm looking at here, is this consolidation pattern that's occurring right around this prior resistance zone, which came in at $8.30. So this is important because what this tells us is that there's a brief period of indecision here. We do have some information from the Federal Reserve that will need to be factored into the outlook for this stock. But what we're currently looking at here, is a period of sideways trading activity that does suggest that there's some indecision currently in relation to the stock price. So we have a couple of different outcomes here that are possible. One, we see a negative reaction to this week's event risk, and we start to see share prices head lower. Now, if that does happen, the first risk would be that we break below the 20-hour exponential moving average, which currently comes in just above the $8 mark, roughly $8.01. So if this were to occur, we wouldn't only be losing this important psychological level, but we would also be falling back into the exponential moving average cluster, which would mean at the minimum that we're starting to look at a period of sideways consolidation for this stock. This would be important because what we have been seeing previously is a very strong upsurge in price action, a very strong bull move here that has started to unfold. But we're now moving right into this resistance zone at $8.30. And if we see a price failure here, this would then indicate the potential here for a double top resistance region that's starting to come into this area. So that would be significant because we have seen several failures here in the past. If we just go back to sort of the end of July, we can see that share prices had a very difficult time overcoming the $8 level. And that was the second time that we had seen this type of activity previously. So overall, we have seen this double top type of condition occur with this stock in the past. And then the last time this happened, we did see the share price fall to new lows, coming in below that $6.15 support zone that was generated during the first half of July. And then this near-term ultimate price low came in at $6.01. So overall, what this tells us is that there is some strong potential here for downside price movement if we start to see price failures here near term. In addition to that, what we have been looking at for this stock ticker is the potential for a harmonic pattern to start to unfold. This could actually occur even if we do see some moderate price highs here. If we sort of pull out here in the longer term timeframes here, we can see that there's a W-shaped pattern here. And as long as certain Fibonacci extension requirements are met, there are four main Fibonacci harmonic patterns. And as long as certain requirements are met, we could start to see share prices drop sharply lower, even in the event that we do see a break of this $8.30 level. So in my view, what we're setting up for here is the potential for a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. Even if we do see share prices move higher, it's hard to see, there being a sustainable price movement higher here under certain sets of circumstances. So even if we do see a break above $8.30, I don't think that we're completely out of the woods here as far as the potential for declines here going forward. The relative strength index reading, as I said, is starting to head lower after moving into overbought territory. So there's a fair amount of extension here possible to the downside. We could see share prices move significantly lower before we start to become oversold once again. So the potential for a decline here, near term anyway, I would say that the main risk here would be to the downside rather than to the top side. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the broader long term outlook for this stock is negative. But I do think that there's been a lot of attention that has been focused on the stock over the last week or two. And I do think that a lot of people are probably starting to buy in at these upper levels, sort of buying into the hype. And this is not the way to trade stocks. I mean, you're supposed to buy low and sell high. You buy when things look difficult. Not when there's a lot of hype and excitement that's being generated, because that typically is when we start to see share price trading positions that lose the most money. So this is more of a dangerous short-term price region here, and we're already starting to see some stalling pressure here right into a major resistance zone. So I do think that we would need to see a fair amount of follow through here in order for all of this negative potential to start to break down. If we did see a price movement roughly above the 860 level, then this potential for a bearish harmonic pattern would then be eroded and invalidated. So that should be enough of a price movement to invalidate that type of pattern. But we would need to really see share prices break above this $8.30 level, and then probably retest it from the top with that level holding as support in order for this, near-term outlook, over the next week or two, to actually sustain itself in the positive direction. So, at the moment, I would not recommend buying into these hype type of videos that are suggesting that, the share price is ready to explode here. A lot of this information is already priced into the market, and a YouTube video is not going to inspire the entire stock market to make a rally for this stock. So here's the current market update for SoFi Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker SOFI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.